HYROX athletes, there's something you and I need to talk about, and that is what are the training shoes you are training in day to day. Now, I've thought about making this video for a while, and I've come to the conclusion there's a problem out there. There's a problem out there that I was definitely guilty of, and maybe you are too. So here is the crux of the question. Are you training in carbon plate training shoes day in, day out? And if you are, what is the potential long-term damage or challenge or issues that could create? Now, I've been reflecting on this for a while now myself. This was a standard practice I was using. However, having taken a step back, having trialed one or two things, which I'm going to go over in a minute, I think there is real benefit to not training in carbon plate shoes all the time. And I'll be the first to say I'm a big fan of the shoes. I think they're fantastic. The Puma DV8 Nitro 2 is my current shoe of choice for any HYROX races. I think it's brilliant, fantastic, and can absolutely see the benefits. But if we're using that carbon plate shoe in our training day in, day out, there are some downfalls to that, which I think will particularly become apparent over the long term. A number of different things. First of all, if we want to build strong foot strength, having that carbon plate in our shoe day in, day out is not allowing us to get the best feedback we can from the ground. It's not allowing us to build strength in our foot, in and of itself, without that rigid layer of the shoe. So something I took upon myself, for 50 days in my training, I swapped my carbon training shoes out for, and I think you could do this with a regular trainer. I chose to do it with a Vivo Barefoot trainer, so it has a zero drop from heel to toe, so no slope whatsoever. And it also has a very, very flexible base, so no carbon plate in there whatsoever. And it's been really interesting to see some of the impact and some of the results it's had. This isn't a scientific experiment. It's just me wanting to give this a go to see what the impact is. So I have got a few results from track sessions. So following 60 days of just training in the barefoot shoes, all types of training, but some of the particular results in relation to running. So these two track sessions were recorded 4 weeks, recorded 4 weeks apart. And the workout was 4 800 meters followed by 2 minutes rest, followed by 400 meters by 2 minutes rest. I'm going to give you the different interval times using the two different types of trainer, having trained in the non-carbon plate shoe for over 60 days, up to the point that I did that second track interval. Okay, so for the first 800 interval, with the regular trainer or the barefoot shoe, that came in an average pace of a 3:52, so under the 4 minutes, but a 3:52, so that's 3 minutes 52 seconds per kilometer. And then the 4 weeks later, using the carbon plated shoe, came in 15 seconds faster at 3 minute 37. Onto the second split, which came in at a 3:56, so 4 seconds slower than the first one. And then the 4 weeks later time is at 3:40, so 15 seconds faster than the next interval 4 weeks earlier. And then this is where it gets really, really interesting. When we look at those shorter distances, that first of the 400 came in at a 3:57, so 3 minutes 57 seconds. 4 weeks later, it came in 37 seconds faster at 3 minutes 20 seconds. And then the second 400 interval is even more dramatic. That first session was at a 4:17, and that second session was at 3 minutes 27 seconds, so 50 seconds faster. Now, of course, you know, some of you will rightly say between those two periods, of course, I've been training, so some of my times will have improved, but they are dramatic, significant numbers. And I believe some of that, a proportion of that, is to do with allowing my foot to strengthen in and of its own accord without having that carbon plating from the period between those two training sessions and over that total 60-day period of trialing that. So, you know, what's the moral of the story here? The moral of the story is I just really want to encourage you. Carbon plate shoes are brilliant. I think they're fantastic. I've got plenty of pairs myself, and I'll certainly be wearing them on race day. But if that's all you're wearing during your training, I really want to encourage you, consider thinking about a regular conventional pair of trainers. Doesn't need to be a barefoot shoe, but something that doesn't have a carbon plate in, training in that for a period of time, looking at your splits before and after, experimenting with it, so you can build really strong, good foot health, and then that can translate to you running even faster in your next HYROX race. So I hope you found that helpful, sharing a bit of personal experience that I've had and things that I've been trying in my HYROX training. We've got loads more videos at the channels for you to get stuck into, so if you want to look for particular tips for any of the specific exercise stations at HYROX, do check out the videos up here. Our first HYROX journey video down here, and shoes, if you're looking for shoes, different options for shoes, do check out the video here. So see you in the next video. Metcon Marcus out.